Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. And we're going to be talking to Nahida again today, but I wanted to start off today with a little bit of a wish. We have a few fates that we can use on the standard banner, and this is always a fun way to kind of like start off at the very least a fun video. And if we fail, maybe it's going to be a not nice way to start off, but then again, you know, you win some, you lose some. That's how it works. You know what I mean? You can't hope for victory every single time. I'm actually very excited to get into the story quest portion of a lot of the stuff that comes along with each region. The story quests often like add a lot of layers to the already beautifully layered story that happens in each region, and Sumeru has already been such a goddamn ride. I'm really excited. We're going to be talking to Nahida again. It's also like, I find, and maybe you guys would agree, I think on the standard banner, it's always like way more difficult to obtain things than it is on like, maybe that's just me, but I think the standard banner definitely, like it's hard. Oh no, we're not going to do that. It's definitely harder to obtain things than it is on the other banner, the character banners. Let that bird just hang out there. Look at Scaramouche now. Look at Scaramouche with his high crit damage, his high crit rate. We've actually come a long way with characters like Layla too. Layla's close to being level 80, which is usually like where I like to get them before I start working on other characters as well.
Hello, traveler. Have you ever heard of a moment of dreams?
A moment of dreams?
Oh, that sounds like some kind of sweet drink.
Yeah.
I'm afraid not. It's the name of an event we started
Another
to hold
event. There's a
regularly.
lot of events that happen in Sumeru.
Dreams have become quite the hot topic in Sumeru, and many people are excited to share the dreams they've seen at night.
Very cool.
The same goes for me. The last time I dreamed was when I was but a little child, so I can't help but feel excited and nostalgic about dreaming again.
Okay.
Oh, right. Everyone's able to dream again now.
Paimon's right. Very big deal.
Yes. We organized an event to give everyone with new dreams a platform to freely share their experiences. And thus our event, A Moment of Dreams, was born.
Let's not clap. Really cool drawing here. Like, it actually like illustrates the idea of like dreaming very well.
So it's kind of like a fireside chat.
You could say that. We hear all sorts of wild and fabulous stories every day. Really, why not have a listen for yourselves?
Yeah, I can definitely understand the curiosity.
Yeah, but to us, dreaming is as normal as breathing.
Yeah, dreams, man. I know I've talked to you guys a few times about dreams. They're very weird. They can be very strange, and they're always very disorienting when you wake up, when for that split second you think they're real.
Wait, but if there are free drinks and snacks
Yeah.
involved, then Paimon might consider
There you
it.
go.
Oh, really? So you mean you've already seen many dreams?
Mm-hmm.
But
Hand on the
you don't
hips.
have to get so excited. It's really nothing special.
No. We need experienced participants like you to share your experiences with dreaming. Please allow me to address you two as dream experts.
There are some things that expert doesn't seem to go with. I guess so, yeah. Sounds kind of weird.
Oh, expert.
So we're gonna be doing like a
Paimon kind of likes it.
yeah, Paimon doing a TED talk on dreams. My dreams. Sticky honey roast.
Now you seem interested. Please, follow me to the meeting place. It won't take much of your time. Rest assured, you'll find all the drinks and snacks you'd like there.
Honestly, like I'm just interested to see what this is.
Wow, how accommodating.
Just something about Paimon using the word accommodating is what's so funny to me.
But wait, Paimon's getting ahead of herself again. We should see what the traveler thinks
I think the
first.
word is so funny just because Paimon's like, you know, it comes from the phrase of like, you know, like she's like a celebrity now, you know?
Why aren't you saying anything?
You're the boss.
All right, hurry up
The little laugh.
and take us to be dream experts.
Very good. Follow me then.
Do you know what's the most important part of being an expert?
Well, I suppose it must be accumulating knowledge and sharing your experiences?
Nope.
She's doing a good job already. A very good job already. Paimon the dream expert. I'm actually getting interested to see exactly what... Oh, they're all up here. Getting ready for the little circle talk here.
Sorry to interrupt, everyone. We finally have some real dream experts joining us.
Wow, an introduction like this.
Esteemed experts, this way, please. Ahem. Now, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask them.
They must be dream experts from another land. Great.
You look like you haven't slept in a bit.
Oh, I have a question. Me first. Me first.
Stop clapping.
No rush. Everyone, please line up and ask in an orderly fashion.
After some initial commotion, everyone finally forms a queue.
Whoa. Paimon didn't expect them to be so enthusiastic.
I mean, it's probably a big deal since they haven't been able to dream for a while as well. Like, it'd kind of be very interesting, you know, if you... It's like... You know, it's like the first, like, new restaurant that opens up in a small village, you know? It's like, oh my god. Burgers.
My question is simple. My everyday life is very difficult, so I would like to become a slime in my dreams. How can I do that?
Well, you could watch this show, How I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I haven't watched it, to be honest. I honestly don't have any good tips.
Oh, Paimon knows. Paimon's had this kind of dream before, so...
There we go. Dream
she knows
expert.
a thing or two. The first time, Paimon became an animal slime. Paimon was shot by an adventurer's arrow and flew in the sky all night long. The second time, Paimon became a dendro
Oh, a dendro slime.
A group of kids thought Paimon was a radish and pulled out all the grass on her head. Oh, it was super painful. The third time, Paimon became a cryo slime. In the end, Paimon was captured by a chef and turned into a smoothie.
These sound like nightmares,
And
Paimon.
the fourth time, Paimon became a powerful Geo slime and went to take revenge on the forest boar that
no.
used to bully Paimon.
No, there's a boar in your dreams that bullies you.
But then the boar showed up with all of its relatives and Paimon lost again.
Okay, so these are all nightmares.
Wait, why did all of your dreams end so
All of them.
tragically?
Because slimes are monsters, even though they look cute, they usually cause trouble and end up getting killed by adventurers.
That is true.
Things don't tend to end well for monsters. Believe Paimon.
At least she grasped the standard trope of adventure stories.
I suppose you're right. They are monsters after all.
For true.
I just want to experience a different life, but it seems that becoming a monster would be even worse than my current life.
I mean, I think Paimon's actually right in a sense, though, because it's like, if you're imagining yourself as like a villain, you're also going to be imagining yourself as like all the things that come along with being a villain. You might imagine yourself getting caught. You might imagine yourself, you know, getting attacked or like someone defending themselves and stuff like this. You know, you will imagine that stuff too.
Maybe I'd be happier if I became just a regular finch. Or fish.
Whatever you want, buddy.
Looks like being an expert is way easier than Paimon.
Yeah, you're perfect at this.
Oh, it's my turn. Esteemed expert.
Esteemed.
I
She's
want
esteemed.
to know what posture I should sleep in, so I can have the same dream as the one I had
Oh
last night.
no. My dude, people have been fighting for this for years. People have been fighting to have that dream that they had once again.
Well?
Yes, please enlighten us, esteemed expert.
Hey, you're supposed to be helping.
We are. She's right.
First, why don't you tell Paimon about the dream you want to have again?
Oh, it's quite ordinary. I sat and chatted with my wife on a sunny day, listening to the breeze blowing through the valley.
Why don't you just find your wife and talk with her? There's no need to wait for a dream.
That's not terrible advice.
Well, unfortunately,
Oh.
she passed away.
Okay, that is not great. That is depressing. That's why he loved the dream so much. Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Paimon shouldn't have
Oh,
assumed
Paimon, we all do
anything.
that at least once in our lives, I think. Everyone does that at least once in our lives.
No, it's fine. I didn't make that clear. I just want a chance to see her again.
I don't know, man. I don't think giving advice in this is always going to be the best, but have you tried looking for her photos right before you fall asleep? You know what I mean?
It's not really about posture. What you think about right before falling asleep is probably way more important.
Oh, is that all I have to do?
Think about it. If you're the one thinking about her, and you're the one that'll be dreaming about her, then it'll be easier to connect your thoughts and dreams.
I mean, yeah, it is an unpacking, isn't it? Yeah.
You do have a point. I'll give it a try tonight. Thanks for your wise advice.
Yeah, I feel bad for poor Paimon. That happens to like everyone at least once in their lives. Like we've all done it by accident.
Oh, my turn, my turn. I want to know the name of the plant in my dream.
I want to bring the souvenir box to my room into my dream.
Oh man, these guys are again. It's about the enthusiasm about dreaming, right? Like just because they started dreaming again, there's all this thing of like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like it's like, and again, like what's gonna happen is after like even like a few months of dreaming, right? They're gonna be like, oh god, you know that dream, you know, and it's gonna become less of a novelty.
I dreamt of a raven flying over the wasteland last night. Does that have any kind of special meaning?
Hey, no rush! One at a time!
After a long time, the experts. Oh,
Their questions were way too difficult. We don't actually know anything more than they do. We're just more experienced dreamers, that's all.
true. Vivid dreams are really just exciting to them. Yeah.
You do have a point. It's more rewarding to explore and contemplate the meaning of a question than to focus on the answer itself.
Oh, Paimon, that's so true. That's so true. That's why, like, you know, one of my favorite series is Dark Souls, and like, Dark Souls was at its like most fun online for me when like, you know, there wasn't like instantaneous like well, actually I think it was most fun when it was like when everyone was like questioning everything that was happening in the games. Now I feel like nowadays, like even though nothing is like solidified, even like but people will take like the biggest lore videos or the biggest lore people as like being factual, even though those people say they're not factual, they will take that as like being factual. So what happens is it removes like the discussion and the fun of like finding out the answers and like having theories. Because like for me it's less interesting like when you talk about a theory about Dark Souls and then someone like respond to you and be like, well actually this is what that is, not that. And it's like, okay, where did you find this? And they send you a link to a video. It's like, yeah, but that's also a theory. Like instead of like shutting down the discussion, let's have a discussion about it, you know?
Right now, these people are like wanderers who've starved for 3 days and 3 nights and are desperate to replenish their energy. Any explanation they get now is like pure sustenance to them, no matter how good the explanation really is.
Yeah.
Oh, and now that Paimon has said that, you know who comes to mind?
Nahida, there we go.
Bingo! If she was here, she'd probably be making some similar analogy.
Nahida's a saint though. An absolute saint.
She's super busy right now and may not have time for gatherings like this.
Dear experts, we have another guest who would like to consult you.
But you saw how we answered all the questions just now. We're not really all that knowledgeable.
Ah, but this guest is rather special.
Special? What? She just showed up.
My question is, why didn't you immediately tell me about such
Oh my god, it's so good to see her even now again. I know it's only been like a short time, but like it's about what happened last time, you know?
Huh? Nahida, how did you get here? Interesting events like a moment of dreams don't happen every day after all. No matter how busy things are, I'd still set aside some time to check it
That's
out.
awesome. What an Archon.
Anyway, I really didn't expect to meet you here.
It's so good to see you again.
Oh, right. If there's anyone that understands dreams, it's you. You should be able to help us answer all these questions. You're not wrong. All right, they can ask me anything. The more interesting, the better.
This is really cool. Like, what a connection to have with your people. Because I think like every single Archon we've met so far has a different type of connection with their people, right? And Nahida's taking it more on the ground floor. Well, Zhongli I think also took it on the ground floor too, and but like in a different fashion. I think Zhongli was more like step back and observe as they're like as they grow and change and become more and like learn to live without him and stuff like this. And you know the same with like I think with the Raiden Shogun, like you know they took a very direct approach with their at first, but now their approach is again just more like letting people kind of like live their lives. But I really feel like you know Venti's approach is like a distant approach as well. But it's like, hey, if I need to step in, I'll step in. And Nahida's like taking a real like, hey, let me talk to the people approach, which is, you know, it's cool. I think we've also seen like with the Raiden Shogi, you know, talking to the people also helped out a bunch as well with her people too, if you remember. Like it like gave them a little bit of hope, gave them a little bit of happiness. So there is that too, obviously.
Huh? What's wrong? You were all so excited a minute ago. Why the sudden hesitation?
They're talking to an Archon. They need to build some courage.
Even so, it's not like I look super intimidating or anything, right?
Their whole memories have changed. You are the Archon.
And in terms of reputation and renown, you've also done many great things in Sumeru. Yet they didn't even flinch at you.
Still not the same as approaching an Archon. Like we said, when we walked through the town with the Raiden Shogun and Inazuma, we went from getting the little attention, like the attention we would get, as like, oh, you're that guy, yeah, you're really cool, to like, oh my god, take our free stuff, you know?
Alas, the interesting questions have all vanished in an instant.
No,
It appears
no,
I'm the one spoiling the fun here.
don't say that.
I'll see myself.
No, you better ask your question right now, guys.
That's not true, Nahida.
No, not all.
I don't want to get in the way of the original purpose of a Moment of Dreams, which is to let people gather here and freely share their marvelous dreams.
Well, they're all nodding their heads like, yeah, no, just ask her one question. That's all I'm asking for.
Now the atmosphere here is like water poured into a container. The water is more secure and settled, but it has lost its free-flowing nature
Aw,
from
man.
the river.
You're so intelligent. You're so emotionally
I
intelligent.
just want it to be another drop in the water, not the cold and restrictive container.
Is she doing what I think she is?
She's sulking.
No.
Hey, it's all right, everyone.
Yeah, ask a question right now.
Shy. The Dendro Archon is really nice, so please just go ahead and ask. Otherwise, she'll leave.
And we will execute all of you. I didn't say that. That was someone else. I have someone doing the Let's Play with me.
All right. I'll give it a try.
Oh, it's the slime guy.
This is Slime Guy, by the way, little Nahida. Look at the little wave of Nahida.
Hey, drop the nicknames, would you? Besides, I don't want to become a slime anymore.
3,
Maybe a finch
2,
or fish is
1.
more suitable for me.
We'll call you Mr. Fish then.
I see. So you want to become a small animal in your dreams, right? Why do you think that sounds good to you?
I guess I just want to experience something different. My everyday life is nothing but the same.
I was gonna suggest like maybe doing something like that's different, but like I think one of the things I always forget about like, you know, these people that live here in these towns is that like they're very much dependent sometimes on like opening their business every day, working in their business every day. You can't just like put in like a notice sometimes. If you're like a merchant who sells sausage every day, you can't just put in a notice being like, hey, I'm gonna take 2 weeks off. People will find a way to get different food. You know what I mean? You will lose money.
The sky is right above me and the ocean just over the horizon, yet I remain caged in a life of monotony.
Wow.
So you want to experience something new in your dreams? Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying too, yeah.
Why don't you seek out some new experiences in real life?
Because I think what I was just saying was that like we don't know their situation. Not everyone can do this, but if they can, that's good.
Because if I don't work, I won't have any
Okay,
more.
well, that's fine.
Sure, I don't want to be out hammering nails and cutting wood every day, but I have aging parents and young children to take care of. By the time this all dawned on me, I realized that my life has already been filled to the brim by trifling matters, and I have no more freedom.
But if that's the case, then even if you became a flying bird or swimming fish, you will still be hammering nails and cutting wood in your
So
dreams.
intelligent is
The
Nahida.
reason is you've already been caged. It doesn't matter what your physical body turns into. Your mind will still be stuck in the same predicament.
Yeah.
Really? That sounds pretty terrible. Then what should I do?
I don't know everything that you're going through, but how about replacing
She's
your
adorable.
hammer?
Huh? Replacing my hammer?
That's right. Having worked for such a long time, you of all people must know what makes a good hammer.
Well, of course. A good hammer needs to be heavy enough to drive the nail in with just a couple taps. And the handle has to have a good grip to it, not too smooth. Come to think of it, I haven't replaced my current hammer in quite some time.
You should replace it. Then decorate the handle with something you like. Maybe some ornaments, fur, or hard leather wrapping. Then write the names of your children on it.
This is a lot of like very detailed advice.
That makes sense. I think it'd give me a good boost of energy at work.
A new sense of adventure often begins with the little things.
Oh my
in
god,
life.
like she's so right. Like if you like, I'm not even, no, I don't even have to add to this. She's so right. The idea of like the tiny things just like adding so much to like some of the monotony and stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, I got, I buying like a new, nail polish to paint. Not that that's monotonous. That can be very fun. I'm trying to give an example. You know what I mean?
You don't need to become a bird in the air or a fish in the sea. You only need to do your best in life, and all those things you cherish will become your source of happiness.
Yes, I get it now. This is a real eye-opener for me. I'll go and pick out a new hammer right away. No, I should make one of my own. Thank you, Great Dendro Archon.
That's our Nahida.
He's not clap.
You would know how to get right to the heart of the problem.
Honestly, I thought that was, again, like not everyone can like do that, but I really feel like it is like good advice. If you're stuck in a position that you're not a big fan of, that's not obviously a dire situation or like some situation that's horrible. But you know what I mean? Like you have a horrible job, find the good things about it. Even though that's not always easy, by the way. Some people just like, some jobs are just awful.
Actually, I didn't really understand the problem.
Okay.
Huh? I gave him that advice because I once saw a worker doing the same thing. Whenever he became tired, he would look at some names on the handle of his tool.
So giving advice through experience.
After a moment, he'd start to smile. It really surprised me at the time. My guess is that the names on the handle were of important people to him.
You were just drawn from a similar experience.
After observation, I know this kind of behavior motivates people, but why is that? Is it because of excitement, anticipation, or helplessness? I really don't know. And even if I could know what's going through his mind, it's still difficult to fully grasp his feelings.
Right.
Oh, Paimon gets what you mean. Huh. Paimon had no idea it takes you so much effort to understand these kinds of things. That's why I was a bit nervous just now. But luckily, seeing his happy face in the end reassured me that I didn't say anything wrong.
I mean, that's one way to look at it too, yeah?
Don't mind me, though. This is just my way of learning.
She is a sweetheart. I'd be happy to help you if you ever need it, of course.
Hey, don't forget about Paimon. Everyone knows that Paimon's
Yeah.
also super skilled at reading people's
I
feelings.
agree. I always say it, Paimon.
Thanks, you two. That makes me feel a lot better. Let's move on to the next question.
This is
shall
super
we?
fun.
I already asked the experts my question earlier, but I wanted to hear the Dendro Archon's response too. What should I do if I want to see my deceased wife in my dreams every night?
This poor man.
Longing for the deceased.
If she remembers something about Great Lord Rikudavada, she shouldn't be able to remember anymore.
Even if you keep reliving those beautiful memories, it'll only highlight the emptiness in your real life. If your wife were still alive, she certainly wouldn't want to see you like this, would
Oh,
she?
Nahida. This song is so... It's hitting me so hard.
No, I suppose not. But our time together in my dreams is not just reliving our past together.
This guy's the same hairstyle as me, by the way.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I miss her too much.
Oh, man, that's okay.
But it's really as if she had come back to life in my dreams.
Man.
She even remembers each and every dream. After I wake up and then continue dreaming again later, we can pick up our conversation
Holy
right
hell.
where we last left off.
That's really amazing. Statistically speaking, continuous dreams are
Yeah.
extremely rare.
It's almost as if my wife has obtained a second life in my dreams. But the more vivid she appears, the emptier I feel, and the more painful it is when I wake up. I don't know whether to call it a blessing or a curse.
This man is going through it for sure. For sure. And I do like the idea of what Nahida said. Like the idea that like it's kind of like you know, your family wouldn't want you to feel this way or to be like this after they're gone. But also it's very difficult, right? To not remember the people that have gone.
Maybe all of this is rooted in your deep longing
Of course.
for her. Were there any unresolved matters or regrets between the two of you?
Great question.
I don't know. I suppose my biggest regret is that I couldn't spend the
Jesus,
rest
dude,
of
are you
my
just
life
like the
with
sweetest
her.
man who ever lived?
I really felt like I was ready to move on. I wouldn't be so hesitant now if it weren't for these hyper-realistic dreams I've been having.
Huh. You know, they say that whatever's on your mind is what goes into your dreams.
Yep. Especially like if you have high anxiety, I always feel like when I have high anxious days, the thing I was anxious about, like I unpack it in my head in my sleep.
But dreams are and will forever be just dreams. We are people living in the real world. It's not good to be overly obsessed with dreams. All it'll do is fill up your mind and eat away at your thoughts.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm also a little disappointed
Oh,
in
this is a
myself.
very sad situation.
I still need to take
very
care
sad.
of our child.
Because, like, you know, you want him to, like, feel that connection still with his wife, but that connection will never go. But he feels like this is very real. He feels like he's actually, like, it's a real thing. It feels real to him.
And it's probably not good to let her see me in such a state.
No.
Anyway,
You're allowed to
thanks
clap.
for your advice, Great Dendro Archon.
Yeah, no, that's very sad. That's very sad. I think, like,
I'm a little worried about him. I hope he can find a way to cheer up soon.
I think what's really difficult about that is that, like, it's such a touchy subject no matter what way you approach it and no matter how anyone feels about it, you know what I mean? You can see also, like, in his eyes, I think you guys can probably agree with this as well. You can see in his eyes, while there's, like, a happiness in his sleep, it almost feels like, you know, it's kind of keeping him from, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Because moving on is not the right word, because you'll never move on from losing a spouse, Jesus Christ, or a family member, you know what I mean? But, like, it's keeping him from really living, I suppose, is probably the best way to look at it.
I think I can handle things from here. You don't need
I'm
to
actually
stay
having
here
I
if
think
you
it's
find it
really
boring.
interesting.
You're here to have a good time after
I find it
all.
super interesting. Checking in on his depression. Okay. She's doing her little stuff here as well.
Another recurring dream?
Another recurring dream.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if it's some kind of hint.
So Nahida's going to do that. We're going to talk to Ilman. Okay. You okay?
Are you feeling any better now?
Yes. I think the Dendro Archon made a really good point. I need to stop dwelling on my wife like this and move on with my
I think
life.
it's important to be like, you know, you don't have to fully move on like all like right away in any full manner. I think it's important to know like, hey, we can reminisce about and honor the people that have gone while also doing that by living our lives.
Now that I think about it, my wife and I always meet at a familiar place in my dreams.
Oh yeah, this is like hitting me. Like I have like, you know when you like feel it and you like, I know it's like you feel it in your heart, but I feel like all in my torso. I'm like, I feel like it's like the feeling of anxiety, but like there's no anxious feelings. If that makes sense, you know that feeling you get with anxiety, but it's more like a welling. If that makes sense, I don't know how to describe it. Like I feel like what? No, I know how to describe how I feel like emotionally. Like I feel like I'm not only emotionally invested in his story, but I feel very sad for him, and also at the same time I feel like I could like cry at any second. That type of feeling, but like the actual physical feeling is what I'm trying to describe.
I know where that place exists in reality, but it's a bit far and dangerous.
We'll go.
I don't dare
Let's
to
go.
go there on my own.
Let's go right now.
But at the same time, I feel as if I should go and have a look anyway. Perhaps I'll be able to move on once I see that there's nothing there.
Sounds like a good plan.
Otherwise, I'll keep on feeling like everything is covered in a haze. Like I'm only half
No, man, I
awake.
appreciate it. Let's go.
Once I can stop dreaming about that place, I'll probably be able to get my life back together. Actually, you two are adventurers, right? If it's okay with you, could you escort me to that place?
Let's go get some fresh air.
Yeah, it might also be a good chance for us to unwind. Even if you can't see your wife there, Taking in some nice scenery will definitely help cheer you up.
110%. Always good to do
Yeah.
that.
I hope so too.
Alright, go ahead and get yourself ready then.
Speaking of longing for the deceased, I better tell Nahida about the great Lord Rukkhadevata. We're gonna say something? Nahida should at least know that she once existed in this world. Okay. Because we know we didn't tell everyone else about Rukkhadevata because Rukkhadevata didn't want everyone to know about that.
Headed off to some interesting place without telling me again. Huh? Wait, aren't you supposed to be answering
Nahida, you can come
questions?
too.
I just finished, and I really got a lot out of it. So many interesting and novel thoughts. Anyway, it looks like you're going somewhere. Why don't you take me with you?
Let's go.
Oh, there's no need to trouble you, Great Dendro Archon. I imagine you must have many other important things to deal with.
No need to stand on ceremony. Besides, I wouldn't have asked to come along if I didn't have a good reason. I wanted to use this opportunity to discuss with you some things that are puzzling me right now.
Huh. I didn't know the Great Dendro Archon could become puzzled too.
I'm not all that different from you, you know. Alright, let's go. We can talk on the way.
I better go with her. The whole Greater Lord Rukkhadevata thing will take some time to explain. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess like there's no harm really in explaining to Nahida, as long as she takes it pretty well. How far away is this? Not that far actually, whatsoever. But I know for a fact that that Rukkhadevata would not want it to be explained to the people in general, though, for sure. Yeah, very like emotionally impactful story, like that's going on right now. I love when they take regular NPCs in this game that would just be regular NPCs and add them to the story and actually like impact us quite a bit. It's actually really fun and sometimes very emotionally impactful as well, as you can see here. Well, if it isn't the cops again. I'm not a cop. I'm Scaramouche. Will you? Here comes the cops. Oh. Might as well get this see the lorry calcos. We could definitely play a song. Why not? I don't plan on collecting every hour and hour. I think that would be crazy, but not crazy because it'd be crazy for this playthrough. I think like in any other setting, you know, if you're playing Genshin and like, you know, you're always like, oh, like I'd love to do stuff on the side for sure. I think for this playthrough, crazy. Music Field of the Woods, good hour, you're welcome. Varnar will wait for you there, yeah. Like, it wouldn't be impossible, but I love running through the grass in this area. Wow, look at that. It still stuns me every time we see it.
It's nice to go for a leisurely stroll.
Huh. Do adventurers often go to places like this?
We usually journey far to far more dangerous places than this, yeah.
I guess so.
Honestly, domains.
So, this is where you always meet your wife in your dreams?
Yes, for the most part. Our place is on the summit, just up ahead. When I saw her in my dreams, we didn't do anything but talk about ordinary, mundane topics. I'd tell her about our daughter, Haidar, and she always listened intently.
Very beautiful thing to have one space for each other. And look at this shot as well, by the way. Can I just say, like, Genshin is so good at, like, not just doing close-up shots of characters when they're talking. Because this makes the game feel way less claustrophobic. It always feels very open and fresh. With different shots they do.
She would also reminisce about the past with me, telling me interesting stories and cracking jokes. It feels like no matter how long we may chat, it's never enough.
Sometimes, it's the little things in life that matter the most.
Exactly.
This is the part I'm a little puzzled about. I'm very familiar with dreams, and normally, they lack logic and continuity.
Whoa.
But you said she could remember what you had told her before, right?
Yes, the thing. And another person there had, like, a continuous dream as well.
That's right. She always listened
What
to
was
me
that?
carefully in real life, and now she's doing the same in my dreams. She always surprises me with some details from our lives in the real world. the fact that she can remember such things makes me feel like she's alive.
Yeah, like it is.
Whoa, that's pretty weird. Well, dreams are kind of weird to begin
True.
with. However, the problem is that his dreams have too much structure and continuity. Most dreams are far more fragile than you can imagine. For example, a loud noise outside your window in the real world could cause your dream self to get loaded into and fired out of a big cannon.
Very crazy way of putting it, but she's so right.
Another example. If you're thirsty in the real world, then you might find yourself trudging through a desert in your dream. But the appearance of your wife seems unusually stable and unaffected by any outside interference. Statistically, this should be extremely rare.
Yeah.
I don't understand it either. But I have no reason to suspect or reject these dreams. They're too beautiful.
It's hard to like ever reject something that's like really nice for you, right?
I still want to figure out the how and the why. These kind of dreams are novel to me as well. That's why I want to have a look at the scene your dreams have been taking place at.
Very good.
Let's go. Just think of it as a nice little hike to the top of the mountain.
Every time, like Genshin, in every single place, you could look at anything, and anything could be a wallpaper. And I mean that in the best way possible. Look at this. Any way you turn, even looking down at the grass could be a wallpaper. You know what I mean? Like, it's so beautiful. I gotta warp over there. Thank God I got here. So we're still using this team today, by the way, as well, just to show you guys really quickly. This is where Layla's at. She can level up. We just need a bit more Mora. And we'll get to like level 78, which is close to where we want to be for sure. I kind of pivoted away. We're still leveling up. As you can see, Clay is like Clay can also get leveled up. Which, actually, we can level Clay up now as well. But I want to do one at a time. I chose, obviously, to level up Layla because she was like the closest to being able to level up with all the items we got there. The lotuses are really easy to collect. The boss is really easy to kill. Clay just needs the mushrooms, that's all, and she could be fully leveled up too. And then, of course, we work on artifacts and weapons and things like that, and talents. And from there on, everything changes. And after that, we have to worry about Nahida and Kave, right, in terms of Sumeru characters. We have Kalei. So Nahida. Kave. Right? I think that's like, because like if you look at our team right now, we have the Wanderer, Scaramouche, Farazan, Layla, Kave, that's 4, Nahida, okay, Scaramouche, Farazan, Layla, Nahida, Kale, Kave. Is there anyone else in... There is someone else in Sumeru we're leveling up, right? Wait, hold on a second here. Whereabouts is this? Beaches of Leeway. What is this boss? So that's far away. Okay, I think it might be Fontaine. If I am forgetting someone, I'm going to feel like a big Dumbo. I think that's it. Because I think there's 6 here, and then in Fontaine we have... like... Mika. Mika... So that's 1... 2... 3... 4... 5... 6. So it might not be as much as I thought it was then, right? No, I'm definitely missing out on some for sure. I'm like, because it's easy to skip past them when you're doing it this way, right? It's definitely easy to skip past them when you're doing it this way. Let me just be sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess Garmin as well. Yeah. No, maybe I'm just like, no, I think we have that. I think we have that right. Yeah. Maybe I counted the other ones as like the other ones I hadn't leveled up yet from Inazuma. Because I thought it was 14, but I guess it might be 12?
Quit following me.
No. It's okay, though. Even if we're gonna...
Well,
Oh.
he really wasn't kidding. This place definitely isn't
He has a
safe.
bunch of hilly churls.
No matter. We'll just finish them quickly.
Oh my god, Nahida.
Huh? Are you going to fight too, Nahida? Of course. This is all part of our little trip.
Little trip to do a bit of fighting. Oh, and we have Nahida. Okay, let's do this. Now, our current team, not going to be good for Nahida very much, right? But whatever.
I see everything.
Let everyone hold hands for a bit. Oh,
Let's light it
let
up.
everyone burn for a bit.
Have fun with this gift.
Wretched vermin.
Yeah, not going to last long. Nahida did tip that off, though. Farazan's ability still going crazy. Go on, Farazan, you do it. Yeah, go on, Farazan.
The scenery here is amazing. It also seems like a great spot for eating snacks and taking a
It's
nap.
so nice. Imagine sitting on the edge of that wood there.
Paimon wouldn't mind spending some time here every day either.
No, honestly, like, it's nice.
I've yet to see anything strange about this place. I do not plan to deny the power of longing. Such an intense but unquantifiable emotion could indeed have the power to organize dreams. His wife must be a really amazing person. Huh? Wait,
Wait, he's gone?
where'd he go?
Oh, so you are waiting for me here?
What?
Well, guess what? I've brought someone amazing.
Wait, you
with
can
me
see her?
today.
Right now?
When the Dendro Archon said she wanted to come with me, I could hardly
Oh
believe
my
it.
god, look at the color tone even changed?
I'll bring Haidar once I'm more familiar with
Oh
the
my
way here.
god, buddy.
She's been telling me that she really misses
This
you.
is more than just a normal dream.
What's
He
wrong
shifted
with him?
into the dream.
There's nobody there.
He can see someone.
Wait, Minar. Don't go that way. It's dangerous.
They're doing a good job of telling the story here through color tones as well.
Oh, he's gonna fall. Catch
No,
him.
yeah, for sure. What the hell? You rush to stop Ilman, who's walking towards the edge of the cliff. That's how powerful this vision was for him.
Luckily, he didn't fall. But what was all that rambling about? He also looks like he's passed out. He's in the dream now. What he said just now matches almost perfectly with the dreams he's described to us earlier.
Right.
Oh, so he fell asleep and started to have the same dream? I find it a little strange as well, but we mustn't awaken someone while they're sleepwalking. All we can do is sit here and wait.
Great shot. This man was going to walk off a cliff. That's how powerful that dream was. He was going to walk off a cliff.
Minar. Where's Minar?
Oh, good! You're finally awake!
What happened?
You were sleepwalking and almost fell.
Huh? Sleepwalking? Oh, right. It was all just a dream.
But you shifted right into that reality, like, really quick.
The moment I reached the summit, I saw my wife, Minar, sitting there, and walked over to her. After I introduced her to you, she seemed a little flustered and started walking away.
Music is fantastic.
I told her to stop because of the cliff.
Yeah, but like, you were going to walk off the cliff too. It's such a beautiful song.
And then she seemed to suddenly disappear. A strong wind started to blow around me and the sky grew dark. When I realized something wasn't right, I woke up.
That sounds pretty wild.
No, this song is amazing. I'm sorry,
Maybe you were
it's
just
so
too
incredible.
tired.
Like, especially in the backdrop of this kind of like very like lucid dream style mission.
I don't think so. I slept a lot yesterday, and I don't feel very sleepy now.
Maybe we've affected the way his subconscious constructs dreams by following him here. Anyway, all that matters is that you woke
For
up
sure.
safe and sound.
I think I know what happened now. I'm sorry. If it weren't for you, I would have fallen.
Think if he came here by himself, this story would have been so much sadder. You know what I mean? The way this ended.
Let's head back now. Don't come back to this place again for the time being.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's too dangerous at this point.
Nahida, what's on your mind? Paimon's a little worried now. We still don't have enough evidence to work off of, so it's hard to draw any reliable conclusions yet. But I'm concerned that Ilman's case may not be unique to him. Oh, right! Come to think of it, there were lots of people from the event who had vivid memories of their dreams.
So another dream phenomenon is happening. Maybe this phenomenon is already spreading.
Right. And not only at a moment of dreams, there may be people like this all across Sumeru. We need to understand what's happening and the rate of its development as soon as possible. Then there's no time to lose. Let's head back. Stop standing there, Ilman. Let's go.
Man, you can see it in this guy's eyes. You can see it. Holy hell. Return to a moment of dreams. The music, I'm getting chills with this music. It's so freaking good. Oh. I say it a million times over, and someone said it in the episode with the last episode that I uploaded, the last Archon quest part. This game is free. You do not need to pay to enjoy a story quest. You do not need to pay to enjoy an Archon quest. To enjoy this world, you don't need to pay. Like, and yes, it is like 100%. It's a gacha game. It's a game where you pay for characters, and you see if you can, like, you roll the dice on a character or whatever. 100%, it's that, right? But at the exact same time, if you came into this game, didn't pay a cent, didn't have a lovely audience like I do, who also like got me a bunch of characters. Thank you so much, you beautiful people. You would still have, like, one of the most incredible RPGs I've ever played. Top 5 game of all time.
Oh, you're back already. How'd it go?
We have an emergency on our hands. Please notify everyone here that while they can continue to discuss their dreams, they mustn't try to visit or recreate the locations and scenes that they have been
Because they might shift into it
experiencing.
again.
What? All right, if that's the wish of the great Dendro Archon. But could you at least
It's
tell
so
me what
cool to have
happened?
them calling her the Archon, though.
Serious.
Calling her the Archon.
I see. I never knew even a dream could be so dangerous. Don't worry. I'll be sure to notify all the event participants and inform the other staff members about what has happened. Using the event registration list, I should be able to contact more people that were interested in dreams and warn them about the situation.
Thank you. That would be very helpful.
Let me confirm if all of today's participants are still here. Atta has
Oh no,
already
someone left?
It seemed that he was on his way to make a hammer, so that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, wait a second. Where's Kathya?
Oh no.
Has anyone seen Kathya? Has she already left?
Oh, I think she already left. She said there was somewhere she wanted to go.
Oh no. Did she want to look for the place from her dreams too? Can you tell us where she went?
Yes, she did briefly mention it. Somewhere near Chatrakam Cave.
Chachodon Cave?
Alright, thank you. We'll go look for her. Please help us tell the others not to do anything reckless.
Sure thing. Who would have known things would have turned out like this?
Yep, it's a lot of crazy stuff happening for real. I do like, I think the idea of like the shifting realities thing though, I don't know, is like, it's really interesting to me. It's really interesting. Like the idea of like could they be could the dreams becoming so lucid that they can happen in the middle of real life as well? We'll see how it goes. So we have to go to Chatanan Cave, which is actually like over here. This domain was the domain I used to get a lot of stuff. Which one though? I forget who I used to get stuff on here. Maybe it's for Layla, maybe? I don't know. I forget.
Quit following me.
Let's try and walk around this guy so we don't activate a world quest. Sometimes it will just like, did we activate a world quest?
Look.
No.
She's
Okay.
sitting over there. It's surrounded by monsters.
Oh, she is.
Come on, let's rescue her.
Oh, we can use Nahida again.
Everyone hold hands.
Like, I understand that, like, we can't, with this team, we probably should change teams for Nahida, you know what I mean? Because this is one of the few times that we can actually like, use Nahida to her full extent. Where are you running? Where are you running? You know what I mean? We'll change teams. We'll change teams to a more Nahida-friendly team.
She seems to be in the same condition as Ilman earlier. Yes, but luckily she hasn't been injured or jolted awake yet. Let's carefully move her somewhere safer.
See you tomorrow, Professor Aisha.
What?
Huh? What? Why am I back here again?
You were dreaming just now.
Dreaming? But what about Professor Aisha? Oh, I see. It was all just a dream. Well, that makes sense. After all, it hasn't changed a single bit.
Huh? What's it?
Nearly 20 years, and it still hasn't bloomed.
Does it have something to do with your dream? Please, tell us what you mean.
Sorry. I'm still feeling a little groggy. Please give me a moment here.
I imagine, man, like you're probably like you know shifting in between like dream and like reality that quickly.
All right. Where to start? Right. This plant. So, Professor Aisha gave me this plant just before she left. She was a good friend of my parents and my first real tutor. She was also an outstanding Amorta researcher.
Oh wow.
In addition to her extraordinary academic talents, she was also skilled in combat and would accept lots of work from the adventurers.
Wait, so not
Guild.
only she's a skilled researcher, which like I honestly think is like a very underrated profession in my opinion. She's also like skilled in combat.
Oh, so you mean she's left on an adventure?
Yes. When I was about 10 years old, she told me that she must go look for the secrets of the abyss. And that
What?
she would be gone for a long
So
time.
well, that actually makes sense that more people would be very, very interested in the idea of the abyss. Of course they would be.
I grabbed hold of her and wouldn't let go. I didn't know what the abyss was. I just knew that she was like family to me. She hugged me, and we cried for some time until I fell asleep. When I woke up, I was already back home. She still decided to leave, but had left behind a letter for me saying that I was the person she cared for most in
That
this
would
world.
wreck me. That would be the end of me.
She claimed that investigating the abyss could help more ordinary people protect the people and things
So
they
true.
care about.
Very true. That's what I was thinking. Like, you would want to stop the abyss or to understand the abyss more so you could help the people that the abyss affects.
She had obtained some important evidence during her past adventures. If she didn't set off right away, she might miss the perfect opportunity.
Guess Ad Astra Abyssosque isn't just a slogan.
She left a seed in the letter, telling me that if it sprouted and bloomed, then she'd come back no matter what sort of risky situation she was in. She said she looked forward to seeing me all grown up.
There's a commonality here as well, isn't there? It's like... I wonder if the commonality I'm getting here, maybe you might be getting a different commonality. The commonality I'm getting here is that, like, it's someone who they admired greatly, who they can't really let go of. that they don't want to let go of, that promised that they'd probably meet them again in a similar fashion to how they talked to when they were like together, I guess. Like when she knew this researcher as a kid, like she told her about this plant, and this is the kind of like the defining factor that maybe helps them shift in between it, right? Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just spitballing here. Spitball podcast, great podcast.
But strangely, I've tried watering it, feeding it, everything I could think of, but I've never been able to get it to bloom. I even went to ask the Immorta researchers, and they couldn't explain it either.
May I have a look at the plant?
Of course. I was hoping the great Dendro Archon could help me solve this problem.
I will never get tired of hearing people call Nahida that. Never.
Let me see.
Do you notice something?
Huh? We've never seen that look on Nahida's face before.
An expression pleading for help?
She looks a little unwell. Hold on.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
It's always good to take a step out. Let's go. Of course, Nahida is anytime we're in Nahida, we get the great transitions.
What's wrong, Nahida? You can't tell what's wrong with the plant either? No, I immediately understood what's happening with that plant. I'm just not sure if I should say it. This plant is not known to the academic world. It's a new species that our teacher managed to cultivate by some special means. Judging by its features, I can tell from the moment it sprouted, it'll never be able to bloom.
So it's a new species that can't bloom.
It can't be. It means that this Professor Aisha she keeps mentioning might have foreseen the danger and was
That's
prepared to never return.
rough. So she was like, "Hey, I'll come back." Like, with the flowers bloom.
From my experience observing people, she would undoubtedly regard this as a brutal
Yes,
revelation.
100%. It's like, oh my god. Like, I'll come back when the sun doesn't rise or something, you know?
When forced to confront such brutal truths, people may break down into tears, talk nonsense, or lose their tempers. I know she has to face the truth, but at the same time, I don't want to hurt her. Tell me, what should I do? Yeah, that's a tricky one. Seems like you've already got a good idea of the feelings she might experience.
And the reason why Nahida knows all this stuff and is feeling a bit anxious about this is because she's observed people for so long that she knows how people react in certain situations like this, so I'll tell her.
But wouldn't that mean I'm just pushing it all on you? What if she just gets angry at you instead?
I am a devout follower of 4 Archons at this point. I'll do it.
It's all right. There are all kinds of people, and the examples you observed are just the most extreme cases.
I've seen many situations like this before. There's always there's always a way to work through it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, what a voice acting moment there.
Let's go back and tell her.
Let's go.
Huh? It'll
Oh,
never
rough.
bloom?
So rough.
But how is that possible? If a plant is unable to bloom, doesn't that mean it can't reproduce either? All that's left for it to do is slowly wither away.
It seems like that may be exactly what your teacher intended. She meant to convey a message through the plant's true nature. That's probably a good way of putting
Are you
it.
saying she never intended to return? Seriously? So everything she said was a lie?
Oh man, you know, but like,
But she meant well. Since the separation was inevitable, she hoped that you would be able to come to grips with such a cruel parting a little later in life.
yeah, but it is still a lot to wrap your head around if you've been thinking about this your whole life. You know, she really cared about you.
Yeah. Her love, care, and attention to you, all those warm moments were real. I guess she had hoped that you could understand and respect her choice after learning the truth.
I see. Sorry, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it's just so
It's a
much
lot.
to take in.
It's so much.
The dreams are so beautiful. Yet reality is heartlessly cold. I really thought she had come back. I had so much to tell her.
I can understand your grief for trying to investigate these dreams. Yeah.
These dreams may not be as pure and beautiful as they seem. Some kind of power may be exploiting your feelings.
Really?
Yes. So with that in mind, until our investigation is completed, please return to the event and ignore any further temptations from your dreams.
I see.
So Nahida thinks there might be some darker
Thank you
power
for
at work here,
rescuing
which I
me.
kind of agree.
And sorry for the trouble. Luckily, the plant didn't get hurt either.
I think it's like, even if it doesn't turn out to be the case, it's important to think like that for a second, because we know for a fact that, like, we've seen the manipulation of dreams before.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have anything left to remember her by.
Thanks, Traveler and Paimon. She seems to have finally accepted the truth, but I think she'll still need a long time to come to terms with her feelings.
Yep.
I saw her waver the moment you mentioned love. It was almost like a gentle rain, arriving just in time to put out a fire that was about to spread.
We're all connected by it.
It's because people have something called empathy.
Mother Paimon.
Empathy? I see. This is valuable knowledge indeed.
And Nahida, like, even if you just learn what the word means, you've been like implementing that in your life this whole time.
By the way, you said there may be something that's trying to exploit their feelings. Any idea what that might be? Yes. What's common between Ilman and Kathya's cases is that they've both lost someone dear to them. And now, they get to meet the people they cherish in their dreams again. And the people feel more real than anything a regular dream could hope to create. Instead of interpreting it as a result of their longing, I have to consider a more antagonistic explanation. Someone is taking advantage of their longing.
Yeah. And again, like I said, I think in the situations we've been through so far, it's not far-fetched. What would be the motive?
Yeah, they're just causing these people to dream. What are they after? This is exactly what we need to investigate. Anyway, let's pay another visit to a moment of dreams. I have a bad feeling about all this. I hope things haven't gotten any worse.
Same. Honestly, same. So you have to go back to the same place. So it's like almost like going back to a headquarters thing as we go in and, I guess, talk to all these different people and their dreams. Yeah, like dreams are a very powerful thing. And like we've had a theme of like, you know, ambitions and dreams and wants and needs throughout the entire game of Genshin. Because everyone, like, because here's the thing, that's just a completely, that's like one of the basic things about being human is your wants and your needs and something you desperately want or something you desperately desire. It's a very common thing amongst all people. But the idea that like dreams are more powerful in Sumeru now, because now it's like the first time in a while that they're ever dreaming. Can you imagine, like, you know, you have your whole life to kind of like get, you know, grasp the idea of a dream. You know, you as a person have your whole life from being a child. You have people around you telling you what the dream is. You can sit down, you know, with your with someone, whether it be whoever's your guardian, your parent, your sister, your brother, whatever. You can sit down and be like, yo, I had this dream last night, and this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened. And then go, oh yeah, I have a dream like that sometimes, but don't worry, like it's just a dream and all this stuff. And I know you can, you know, that's you feeling this way, that's you feeling that way. But they're all just doing it right now, and that's why they have this little group together, because they're trying to like understand it together. Whereabouts is it? Oh, it's down below. Okay, I was like, oh, where is it? I'm a coming. Oh my, wait. Oh, they're asleep. Are they trying to dream?
We're back. How's everything here?
I am so sorry, Great Dendro Archon. We're still trying to figure out how to explain the whole thing to everyone. Because of your warning, we've brought dreamers here even if they were completely unaware of the danger. But some of them have already fallen asleep, and they haven't woken up for a long time. I fear there's nothing we can do about it. A moment of dreams is just a small interest group. We don't have enough staff members to handle this.
Just as I expected. It seems my guess was correct.
It's the Dendro Archon. She's back.
It's kind of interesting, well, to have a quest right after, you know,
What happened?
open up right
Why
after
have we
the
been gathered here?
the quest that of the Archon quest, where she became like in history became the Archon, the actual Archon in everyone's mind. It's really cool to have a quest, and very smart to have a quest that opens with everyone, you know, treating her as the Archon to show the changes that have happened.
Many of you here have been experiencing some beautiful dreams. But I'm sorry to tell you that based on our investigation, there's some kind of conspiracy behind them. Before we learn the truth, please don't try to recreate the scenes in your dreams. Whatever you see, don't be tempted by them.
Huh? But
It's like, again, they're holding on to that hope that like they can have like that dream again, you know?
I don't think it's a big deal. Aren't we just dreaming? It's not like dreams will have an effect on others.
You listen to your Archon!
We've already met 2 people who ran off to the countryside alone and got caught in dangerous situations by falling to the temptations in their dreams. That's right! These aren't just dreams! It's serious!
All right, I get it. So does that mean once we have some conclusive results from the investigation, we can continue to enjoy these dreams? Yeah, I still want to visit my sister in my dreams.
It will depend on the results of our investigation. I think it's a fair way of putting it. You look...
I'm sorry if what I'm about to say sounds a little offensive, Great
Then
Denver
don't say
Archon,
it.
But we had a discussion with the folks who just arrived here. In all of our dreams, we were able to reunite with people who were very close to us.
See, that's the thing.
It
Yeah.
all seemed as if they were alive again, which makes us reluctant to wake up.
But that's not a great way to put it. You know what I mean? Because I totally understand. Jesus Christ, like, you know, you're seeing your loved one for the first time in a while in your dream. Yes, of course you wouldn't want to wake up. But it's the way it's phrased. It's like, you know, we have to get you to a place, hopefully, with time, that you do want to wake up. That you want to live your life.
Yes, that's also what we've observed in our investigation.
So if the results of this investigation would mean an end to those dreams, that'd be quite cruel to us.
I understand where he's coming from. We have to get across the point that 2 people almost died today. Like, that's what happened with these dreams.
All of us understand the danger, but perhaps you can't quite understand just how much those people mean to us.
No, again, what you're saying is so true. Like, it's so understandable to want to be in a dream with the people that you loved and the people you cared about and see them again. Like, to make this viable, if it wasn't a threat, let's say it wasn't some conspiracy, to make this viable that you wouldn't die, we'd literally have to, like, lock you all in, like, a room every single time, forever. So you wouldn't leave the room.
I don't think everyone will be on board with the plan to abandon these dreams for good. Before the conclusion of the investigation, they'll at least want to meet the people in their dreams one last time and say goodbye.
We've never had such a difficult situation before. It appears that not many people are willing to cooperate.
So they still want to return to their dreams despite knowing the danger?
That's the thing, even with the danger, they want to see their loved ones. It's hard to clearly say who's right and wrong here. Everyone has their own perspectives.
That's right. Compared with these sweet and beautiful dreams, our warnings of danger are dull and emotionless. It looks like the situation will inevitably spiral out of control.
I get it. I get it. The idea of seeing a passed away loved one that you haven't seen in a long time, or someone who's not seen you in a long time. Like, you'd go through the dangers. I mean, look at some of our favorite games of all time. Resident Evil 7, Silent Hill 2. You know what I mean? The dangers you put yourself through to see your loved one again.
The more time we waste, the more people will ignore our warnings and return to their alluring dreams. So, what should we do? Seems we have to go into a dream and find out the truth for ourselves. Pedrush, is there anyone here who's experiencing a marvelous dream right now?
Let me think. Yes, this way.
Good. Please take us there.
This lady refused to heed our warnings and fell asleep here a little earlier.
Debbie. So we're going inside a dream again.
She's only asleep and hasn't started sleepwalking. It seems she hasn't sunk too deep into her dream yet.
Do we also need to fall asleep if we want to go into her dream?
Or is this like Nightmare on Elm Street style where we can touch her shoulder?
Don't worry about that. I'm Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
Yeah, Nahida!
Now, don't be nervous. Just close your eyes. Imagine yourselves as waves gradually rolling onto the beach.
Oh, that's nice.
You slowly wash over the shore and sink into the sand.
What's this gonna look like? Because we know what our dreams look like. Is it just gonna look like a domain again? Oh! No!
What's wrong,
No!
You look a little disoriented.
It's definitely get our desires too. We're seeing who we want to see. It seems this whole dream situation is getting to me too.
Really?
Of course,
didn't notice anything.
Lumine was just standing there.
Anyway, seems like we've made it into
Oh
the
my
dream.
god. Wait a second. Like that, I didn't think about that, but that makes perfect sense. Like, what perspective are we gonna have after we know that we can see Lumine in our dream? But then again, we know we've met Lumine. We know we can get to Lumine. We know that's our main objective. What the hell? Are we gonna see her again?
I thought we would arrive at some familiar
Whoa,
scene,
that's beautiful.
but we seem to have landed in a completely
I can't get.
unfamiliar
It was
place.
so sudden. The restraint this game shows to just have a sudden flash of Lumine and then just move away.
Whoa, so many giant plants.
It's gorgeous.
Even in the sky. Amazing.
And it looks like the water rippling on top as well.
Theoretically, we should have gone straight into Debbie's dream. Things do seem to have gone a bit sideways here. Anyway, let's see if we can find any leads.
So we have Nahida again. So is this a domain, I wonder? I can't get over that we just saw Lumine, man. Like, they're doing this in a story quest. Start? Okay. This is a gorgeous location. Like, pretty as heck. Oh yeah, we forgot to change our team. Okay, we'll change. I don't think we can either. Okay, that's my bad. Because again, I feel bad because like we have a perfect opportunity to like use Nahida, right? Now we could. Now Benny is like, you know, very much able to sync up with Nahida. But I feel bad because I was gonna do it then. Like I'll just be completely honest. I went to the bathroom in between edits. But we still have a very powerful team because I think this might be a domain.
Everybody stand back!
Hey! Stars, shine for me. My guiding stars.
To be able to do that, what she just did there, like what Layla did there, like an unupgraded weapon, that's like the basic sword. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think we can change a team. Yeah, it's a domain. It's a domain. Now we could leave the domain and come back in. And use a better team. Would that work? Okay, so I did like leave and try to be like, oh, will I change the team? I think I won't. I think because we have Benny and Benny's still very good to use with Nahida, you know what I mean? So like I'm not too worried about that. So we can still do the burning sensation and stuff like that while also still practicing with like the characters that we haven't used as much as the other ones, which are well, Scaramouche, Layla, and all these characters. So I think they're fine. I think we're fine. I think I'm just getting overpowered now with this stuff sometimes, and sometimes it's just better to go with the flow. And then we just activate this. Yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine because we can still use Benny. And we'll have Nahida later on anyway. And when we finally upgrade Nahida, we're gonna be using her all the time as well. This is a really beautiful place. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Huh? A door? Wonder where it could lead.
I'm worried.
Well, it's not like we have any other way to go now. Let's go in and have a look.
I'm scared. Is this just an empty space? Where is this? This is like a restaurant in Sumeru? Or where is it?
Hey, this
It
place
is!
looks
It's the
familiar.
cafe!
Isn't it Puspa Cafe? Oh, Paimon sees Debbie.
So this
She's
must be
right
your
over there.
dream.
Looks like we've come to the right place. These alluring dreams often portray a scene from real life, which concurs with our previous findings. Really? But what about that space we were in just now?
Maybe it was some kind of hub? The dreams may be connected.
You can't mean this is another collective
Yeah, like
dream?
like an overworld.
Yes. Given that so many people have been experiencing these beautiful dreams, I would say it's very likely that they're interconnected. Compared to an interconnected dream, independent individual dreams would be much harder to manage and manipulate.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. Well, let's go talk with
Music's so good here as well, isn't it?
Oh, but there are some other people next to her. Are they dreaming too?
If this space is exclusive to Debbie's dream, then the others beside her are most likely the people she
Yeah,
cherishes.
that's what I was thinking as well. She's here to talk to the people she loves.
Anyway, we should confirm that first, just to be sure.
Huh. How do we do that?
Just leave it to me.
So tapping into Heal's Emma skill also gives him to know hear the inner thoughts of those hit by a skill. Yeah. There seem to be many within the dream whose hearts cannot be read by all schemes to know. So this was a thing that, like, you know, you guys told me about for sure. I didn't know it was going to be a mechanic in actual mission, but yeah, that's cool. Wait, what happened here?
The coffee here still tastes the same as ever. You two have traveled all around Tibet. Surely you've all tasted better coffee than this.
I suppose so, but no matter
Gaspar,
how good things
great
may
name.
be elsewhere, nothing beats the taste of home.
That's right. It's hard to change your tastes.
Great jacket, like a little cardigan.
Anyway, here's to your return home. Welcome back, everyone.
Was that the right thing to do? To know her inner thoughts? She's thinking about it.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Huh? She sounds a little hesitant.
Yeah.
I've confirmed that this dream belongs only to Debbie, because I'm unable to hear the thoughts of the other two people with her.
So, this is the power of the Dendro Archon? Paimon, I better watch your thoughts from now on.
Please don't do it to us, Nahida.
Don't worry. I don't often use my powers like this. It's rather impolite.
I suppose, yeah, like, you know, diving into people's brains.
Alright. I need to get myself ready. It won't be easy to break it to her, but there's no avoiding it now.
The Great Dendro Archon! What brings you here?
I'm sorry to interrupt your celebration, but have you noticed that what's happening here doesn't quite match up with your memories?
I don't quite understand. Great Dendro Archon. What do you mean?
I get it. The Dendro Archon is trying to say that it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we're able to gather here.
And the dream is trying to drag her back into it as well, like, you know, trying to like, hey, like, no, she's just saying it's an amazing time that we're here together.
Hey, how about a cup of coffee for all of you? My treat. We just returned from a fruitful adventure.
Memories. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity?
Think carefully. You of all people should know what
Oh, this is gonna be
really
rough,
happened to
isn't
them.
it? This is gonna be rough.
Are you sure that meeting here and chatting the day away like this isn't just a product of your own wishful thinking?
Yeah.
Yes. The reports from the Steambird were true. The ship they were on struck a reef and sank. And I never heard from Basima and Gaspar again.
Hey, come on now. What are you talking about,
Oh my
Debbie?
god.
Yeah, trust your memories. Nothing you see here is real.
I get it now. This is a dream, isn't it? But since it's my dream, it doesn't matter if this is real or not. I enjoy the way things are here. I no longer have to face the tragedies of real life.
Like, it's such a conundrum, isn't it? Like, and I remember there was like this Twitter thread about a game. I'm not gonna say which game it is because it will spoil like one of the endings. But like, there was like a Twitter thread a while back where like I completely disagreed with like the person who was talking about this. But I remember someone said like that, you know, this idea that, you know, if you went into this parallel world where everything was happy and you're never gonna be sad again and you're in the bliss all the time, then like that's the happy ending. Which I disagree, because I really feel like, you know, like life as a whole is beautiful. You know what I mean? It's so beautiful. And it takes away obviously your free will as well. And it also takes away the personality of the people that you love as well. They're not the people they are. It's a representation of them.
These friends mean the world to me. Nobody else can understand me like they do.
That's painful.
There's nothing wrong with continuing this dream.
The fact that you're asking...
I'm worried that if you were to continue dreaming like this, the lines between dreams and reality will gradually become too blurred for you. These dreams will always give you what you want, while reality remains full of pain and difficult situations. If you're not careful, you can get hurt.
Don't worry. I still have control. I
No.
won't let it go that far.
The other two thought they had control as well.
Are you sure?
Hey, how about we put all this troublesome stuff aside and get back to our coffee and snacks, Whether it's just a dream or real life, you should be happy.
You can't just brush off something like this. We don't even know how you people got here or where you even came from.
Yeah, these are important people to Debbie, I suppose. But I think Paimon's right.
Paimon didn't mean to upset
Yeah, but she's
anyone.
right. You're right, Paimon.
No, it's all right. I understand that you're just trying to look out for me.
It seems that for now, this place is still relatively harmless for you. But I wonder if there's any way to go deeper into the dream.
Huh. Now that you mention it, I once heard a strange voice tell me that there's an entrance here. I'm not interested in checking it out at the moment, but maybe I'll go in and have a look later.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for your help. Just as
He is very
expected,
gentle with these people.
we're only on the surface of this dream. Let's go.
So there's an entrance? Oh, there is. Yeah, it's really tough because like Paimon's 100% correct. We don't know what this place is. We don't know how safe this is. But also we have to have like more kid gloves when we do this because we're talking about people's loved ones. We're talking about people's like cherished people. This is crazy, this visual. Door of Resurrection, so it still is a domain. Oh, now it's raining. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's so gorgeous.
What are we doing here again? Wait a second. We were just up there. No, down there?
I don't think it's gonna be worth it trying to think about this, Paimon.
Don't panic. This is how
Yeah.
dreams work. We've left Debbie's dream, but the dream is still continuing onward. I'm not sure where it'll lead us. This dream has the ability to create imaginary people, which is why people are so unwilling to wake up.
If it weren't for what we just saw, Paimon might still find that a bit hard to believe.
So what awaits us further in the dream?
I have a guess. If these dreams are connected, then there should be some sort of order to them. The fact that Debbie was able to realize that she was dreaming means that she is not very deep in the dream yet. But the space we're in has been turned upside down. Do you remember the characteristics of dreams that I mentioned earlier?
Oh, right! Dreams are chaotic.
That's right. It's possible that we're heading deeper into this dream now. And the deeper we go, the closer we'll get to the essence of the dream.
Right.
Right! So
Okay,
the
Paimon.
answers might be waiting for us deeper in the dream.
Okay, Paimon, let's get more than one brain cell between us at some point. We share the same brain cells. We should hurry.
Yes, and we should get ready for whatever we may encounter.
So first of all, picking up these is an important thing as well, always, isn't it?
It looks like we may need to put something inside there.
I wonder what. These locations are gorgeous. Honestly, like, it would have been probably a good idea to switch out Fischl, because then we would have the electricity power as well with this. It might have been a good idea. It's like adorable little climb you got there. It's like a beautiful flower bud. Oh! The boys.
Make yourselves at home.
Make yourselves a home, guys. Like, look at the damage that Nahida's able to do to all these. Look at this. That's not right. You know what I mean? Look, this is like a two-person team almost, and look what she's able to do. Insane stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's the power, the beastly power of Nahida is off the charts. Was that a chest? Oh.
Whoa. When it rains, it seems to disappear slowly.
Yes, and it appears again as soon as the rain stops. It's less like a flower and more like a dendro slime that's trying to keep out of sight.
Here we go again with Nahida's announcement.
Oh, we appreciate them though. The rain is beautiful here though.
Everybody stand back!
We got this. We definitely got this. What a good team. Like, if you could have this 5-person team, I think you would destroy the world. It would be the end.
Huh? Are we back up here again? Wait. Paimon's confused. Are we up here or down there? Good thing we didn't fall.
Yes, we did. We just fell upwards.
Oh my god.
Nahida has no clue what's going on anymore.
Because Nahida's just like, yeah, you just fell upwards, bro. And I was like, what even is that? Stop saying things. I think it's beautiful. I think this whole place is gorgeous. Scaramouche waiting. I love Scaramouche inside the dream, waiting like it's an elevator.
Weren't we already here?
Look at the
a
sky.
little earlier?
This is probably Ilman's dream.
Huh? Why would he start dreaming again?
Didn't we warn him?
Yes, but it seems that
Oh, we
it's
knew. We saw it in his
reason
eyes.
enough to stop
Yeah.
him from longing for his wife.
Based on what we've learned so far, he must be sleeping more deeply for his dreams to appear here.
But fortunately, he already knows this from before, so hopefully we'll be
Yeah.
able to wake him up.
No, we saw in his eyes he was going to do this again. You know what I mean? There was no question about it. Oh, is this going to be his wife and his child? I think I need 25 breaks before we do this. Look at the way the world is like warping. Like, it's almost like that one space he's looking at is like exactly as right as he needs it to be, while everything else is in disarray. Music's fantastic as well.
Ilman!
Oh, it's you. Incredible. I didn't know you would appear in my dream too.
That girl looks like a mix of the two of you.
Did you say dream? Wait, so you know this is a dream?
Of course. Such good things rarely happen to me
Oh,
in
that's
real
sad.
life these days. Here, let me introduce everyone. This is Minar, my wife who I mentioned before. And this is our daughter, Hydar.
Hello. It's a great honor to meet the Dendro Archon.
Whoa, Dad! You know the Dendro Archon? That's amazing!
It is pretty incredible, isn't it?
And what's this? Is it a new toy?
Paimon, you can react in whatever way you want, okay? If you need to fight a child
No, it's Paimon, not a toy!
or Paimon,
Anyway, now's not the time for that! Nahida, this doesn't seem to add up with what we were expecting.
You're right. Let me think for a bit here.
Ilman, did you secretly go back to the place on your own again? That's probably what happened, is it?
Oh, right! We didn't see him in a moment of dreams earlier. Paimon thought he'd
That's
gone
so
home.
dangerous, man. You almost died.
Sorry.
That's how much he wants to see
I
her.
just had to make sure that Hydar could get a chance to see her mother.
Did you bring her too?
I had gotten pretty familiar with the hike, so I brought Hydar with me. I'm just glad we didn't meet any
You should be
monsters
very
along the
glad
way.
you didn't see any monsters along the way. Like, I'm totally understanding that you want to see her, man. That's heartbreaking, but gee, that could have gone so wrong.
Yes, I'm glad too. I didn't expect her to grow up so fast. It must have been very hard for him. I regret not being able to fulfill my role as a wife and a mother.
He's not doing well. He's definitely not doing well.
No, don't talk like that. Let's leave all that unhappy stuff behind for now. Even if we're in a dream, it's still a blessing that we've been able to reunite in this way.
What should we do now? Should we tell him the truth?
You can let me break the news. I should be the one to do
We can do it if you want.
I'm sorry, but I should tell you that your dream did not create us. We are real people with our own consciousness. Like the last time we met, we are still investigating this dream, and we've already learned some things about it.
So you mean there's something nefarious with this dream as well?
Ilman, what's going on?
It seems the reunion of our family is destined to only be temporary.
Huh? Is Mom leaving?
Oh my god, so she's so that's not right. That's so sad.
Maybe, but in all likelihood, that is indeed how
I
things
think this
will
gave a
end.
bit of false hope for the child. You know what I mean? I feel like this is like, you know, as hard as it was for him to comprehend, can you imagine what she's gonna think now?
Oh,
You know what I mean? Look at her.
no, Mom, you can't leave.
I'm afraid I don't quite understand what's going on. Don't worry, Haidar. Mom's not going anywhere.
And the dream is trying to, you know,
Please
grasp
don't
them back
cry.
in, saying, hey, look, you don't have to, you can come back.
Minar doesn't understand any of this.
She's not real.
I'm fully aware that this is a dream, so that's why I've never told her the truth, but never mind. It's not like I would know what to say. I mean, I don't get any of the complicated stuff. But regardless of whether this dream is good or bad, you're here to resolve it, right?
Yes.
Then please, let us enjoy this moment for just a while longer.
This dude breaks my gosh darn heart. Like just wanting to spend a few more seconds with the person you love. How can anyone not relate to it?
Regardless of whatever caused this dream to come to pass, I feel extremely grateful to have had the chance to reunite with my family. But does this dream really have to disappear?
You guys know I talk a lot, but this is one of the few times that like I've just been speechless, man. Like, what do you say to someone like this?
I'm afraid so.
Well, there she is, Nahida being the Archon she was born to be. Yeah, Paimon, it's rough, Paimon.
Okay. I see. Please, come this way. You can go even deeper into the dream by heading in this direction. I have heard that the further down you go, the more pleasant the dreams become. And the more you want to stay.
Yeah, there's definitely something nefarious about this. Just looking at this family though, man, like that kid's gonna be so sad.
The answer you're looking for may also be found there. Go ahead.
Thank you for helping us, and I'm truly sorry.
You're welcome. It's not like I have any say in the matter. I'm just an ordinary person after all. Who am I to interfere with the work of a god? I'll be right behind you. I should at least let Minar and Haidar know what's going on here.
Rough.
Otherwise, my daughter might be mad at her mother after we wake up.
Yeah, no, and if you felt she was strong enough and old enough to come see this, you now have to give her the explanation that will help her understand this. That's what needs to happen. Because she's not going to get it if you just say, oh, well, she's going away for a bit. You have to obviously give the full explanation.
We're not.
Oh, sorry, I interrupted you, Paimon. Sorry,
Go right
sorry.
on ahead. I'll catch
So
up with
sorry,
you later.
Paimon. Did Paimon say something? No, I won't show. Oh, I'm so sorry, Paimon.
Cheer up, Dad. And Mommy, too.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Haidar. My baby.
Jesus, man. What are they doing to me? Is there any way I can...
That depends on how you define
Oh,
good
okay. That's the
and
answer to what
bad.
she said. She said, are the dreams good or bad or whatever, I bet she said. Let's see if we can see a glimpse of what she said. There's the last trophy I got. Record the last 3 minutes. You're going to hear me talking. I never shut up.
It's an ordinary person after what's going on.
Strong enough because
Yeah. Shut up, Calvin.
because she's not going to get it. If you just say,
Shut up.
oh, well, she's going away for a bit, you have to obviously give
Shut
the
up,
full
Calvin.
explanation.
We're not.
There's a slight. You can see it there for a slight second. Let's see if we can get it.
She's not going to get it. If you just say, oh, well, she's going away for a bit, you have to obviously give the full explanation.
Let's see if we can get it. Oh, Skybrush is doing his thing. Relax. We're not doing something bad, are we, Nahida? There it is. We're not doing something bad, are we, Nahida? And she's like, depends on what you mean. Yeah, and that's actually true. From the different perspectives that are here, like, this could be seen as bad to some people. We're back here.
It's the same place again. This place is almost like a flight of stairs that connects all the dreams together.
It's a great way of looking at it. Honestly, every time I come here, I'm like, eyes peeled to see Lumine again.
But they appear to be getting more and more aggressive.
Bathful Vishaps.
Regular stairs wouldn't try to attack us.
Let's recap what we've learned so far.
Right. Something seems to be off about our theory. Ilman is clearly aware that he's dreaming, and he's enjoying it. Rather than dreaming on a deeper level, he almost seemed more awake.
I believe we're on the right track, but we just need another explanation. It's not that the dreams are getting deeper, it's the owner's attachment to the dreams that's getting stronger.
Right. Okay. So it's not that the dreams themselves are becoming more in depth. It's that the owner is like just doesn't want to leave.
But you would never mistake dreams for real life, right?
Although sometimes I almost wish I could.
Sometimes, Paimon almost wishes her dreams could be
I mean,
real.
after what we saw today.
But it's just a quick thought. It's not long before Paimon's thinking about other things, like sticky honey roast.
Same Paimon, honestly.
Listen, we're real beings living in the real world, and that's where our focus should be. This also explains the insubstantiality of our
The smoke
dreams.
is a lot deeper,
No
right?
matter what they may become, we don't really care. But if we decide to abandon reality and embrace our dreams, then our dreams will become far more substantial.
We're giving more weight to them.
Oh, wait! Paimon's starting to get it now!
Your mind will begin to build the dream far more attentively, which in turn will make it feel more real. Do you remember how the Akasha can turn dreams into jnana energy? Constructing a realistic dream consumes a similar energy.
Which means there's another dream out there that's responsible for this.
Does that mean there's a host of these dreams here like Milu during the Subzero's festival? If we wake that person up, this collective
So it is
dream will
another
end,
collective dream. Then
right?
who's causing this then?
Most likely. But the collective dream in Sumeru City was created by the Akasha.
Yeah.
And now the Akasha has been turned off. This has nothing to do with the Aranara, and humans are not capable of creating a collective dream, which means...
It has something to do with the Akasha?
Huh? So, did someone manage to restart
Who?
the Akasha?
That's impossible. But they are probably a scholar of the academia who had a close connection with the Akasha. Even so, how did they manage to do it? And how did they choose the host?
Let's keep moving.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the end yet.
Yeah.
Once we know their motive, all the questions will resolve themselves.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know why someone would be doing this. Well, I guess it's like, we know, like, there is a pacifying agent to dreams, right? That, like, does, like, if someone needed to, like, people to be pacified, or if someone needed people to be in, like, a certain space or stay in a certain space, you could definitely have that and it would work out for you. But it's like, why? Like, who would be doing this?
The Temple of Wisdom! I see everything!
Wretched vermin!
That's the question. Like, it's like, who would do that then? Yeah, and why? I actually think that, like, I want to do, like, I've been more and more thinking about doing, like, the teapot thing, if that makes sense. Guys, I know it sounds weird, because, like, at first I was like, I don't want to do it, but now, like, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I want to do two things. I want to see your guys' teapots, at some point. Maybe like somehow. I don't know how we'll do that. Let's head in here then. This visual, I'll never get over it. It's so cool. What? Oh! It's just hilly turtles. We'll be fine. But I thought they were gonna attack me at like that space.
Let's light it up.
Insane. Absolutely
Adventure
insane.
time.
We don't even need Layla's. Let's not. Sorry, Farzan's ability. Yeah.
My guiding star.
Squall and Fury. Search for it.
Look at that. Honestly, just a freaking crazy team we have here. And when Nahida on it too, it's like insane.
All the water that used to be here has turned into rain.
Then let's get through here before the water level rises.
Wait, is there a time limit? What the hell? Is it actually rising? No way. No, I thought it was rising for a second. Maybe it was.
Behold.
So cool that we can do this with Scaramouche. Traversal is easy as hell.
Destination is right ahead.
I'm nervous. I'm super nervous. This has been incredible, like super interesting. Yeah.
Wow, a new place.
Oh man, everything's like really disoriented around it as well.
Well, it's just new to Paimon in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah. No, I understand what you said, Paimon.
This should be the final destination.
Huh? Really?
It's more ordinary than I imagined. Well, yeah, it's ordinary on the ground, right? Like the visuals on the ground are ordinary. Around it is very like disoriented.
Yeah, these are just ordinary city streets.
I have powers related to dreams, so it's usually easy for me to tell who's dreaming and who's created by dreams. I guess only those who have thoroughly accepted this dream will be able to come here.
There are so many people here. How can we find the host?
Don't worry, I have a way.
Of course. Are we doing this go into people's mind things? This visual is so neat. So neat. Again, like, look, if you walked around like this, you'd be like, oh, this is just an ordinary place. Oh, you know, I was gonna do that game. I know. You're right. But I just wanted to look around for a second. What did Haley Williams say? Put your feet on the ground while your head's in the cloud?
Hey,
No?
I see everything.
Maybe not everybody. Named people for sure, right? Named people for sure. No? What about you, Keon? It's Keon. You sure?
Everyone hold hands.
Anissa's always so calm. I wish I were the same.
He's just in an ordinary dream, so it shouldn't be him.
Shadia has such good taste. I can never go wrong with her opinion.
No, it doesn't seem to be her.
It has to be someone up here then, right? Look at this. It's you, bro?
I see everything.
Sometimes I wish Rakesh could be more assertive, but I guess I'm also happy enough with the way things are.
Man.
No, it's not
Honestly,
her, unfortunately.
the idea of like assertion, you know, is always like very tricky for me, you know? It's him. Okay. Fancy's clothes wins the day. Is that an academia outfit?
No, I've heard that plants grow better if you play music for them. And on that note, it's been a while since I last heard you play.
Sorry, I've been a little busy these last couple days. Oh,
There's-
the Dendro Archon.
So
What a pleasant
everyone's kind of
surprise.
like congregating here because that's Ilman as well over there.
Oh, welcome, Great Dendro Archon. And your companions, too. Welcome. I'm Amira. I run the flower shop here. And this is my husband, Moses.
Yes, how may we help you?
You already know all about me. There's no need for all the pleasantries. Perhaps I should call you the Dream's owner?
Look at that shot as well.
As expected of the Dendro Archon. I'm sorry, Amira. It seems my research has attracted the Dendro Archon's attention. Why don't you go back to the flower shop? I'll come help you a little later.
Okay, of course, dear. I'll see you later.
So now we get to find out the motive here. I wonder if it is to spend more time. Maybe this person's gone as well for him.
It appears that I was too naive to think I could deceive the Dendro Archon in person like this. To avoid looking like too much of a fool, allow me to ask the first question. How well would you say you understand this dream?
This dream was built by the Akasha, and it has the power to create imaginary people who no longer exist in the real world. As for you, you found a unique way to become the owner of this dream, going so far as to have even given up the ability to wake up again.
Wow. The idea of like, okay, that's commitment.
Given up?
Yeah,
the
that's commitment.
ability to wake up?
Impressive. You truly are the embodiment of wisdom. Please, tell me how you were able to arrive at such a conclusion. In return, I'll answer the question you're most curious about.
Dude, your voice is so evil.
It's simple. Apart from you, this space only consists of real people who are dreaming and imaginary people who are created here. Although you are here and appear no different from the others, I can't sense your dream.
Nahida is so smart. I love that we're getting to see her as an Archon in action again, you know?
How can I wake up a person who's already awake?
Fascinating.
Since you're the fully awake owner of this dream, it can never collapse from you waking up. Theoretically, this should also give you absolute control over this place. I have to admit, it really doesn't get much better than that.
I love that she's like completely figured this out as well.
But even knowing all of that, one question remains. How did you do it?
Isn't the answer right in front of you, great Dendro Archon? It's because I've dedicated my entire reality to this dream.
Full commitment.
I uploaded my entire consciousness into the Akasha when it was still running.
He's looking right into the... Yeah, that is insane. Because the idea that, like, you would have to, like... Like, we already knew that, like, the dangers of, like, transferring information, taking in information, the dangers of, like, an overload of information for the Akasha, the harvesting of information from the Akasha that's in your brain. To do this is a risk, you know?
Actually, this all started because of an accident. My original goal was not about the Akasha or a collective dream.
No. You were motivated above all to create a hyper-realistic person. The desire to reconnect with a real loved one is the one shared sentiment between all our dreamers.
That's right. However, human models are too complicated. Only the Akasha has a jnana energy supply powerful enough for me to generate and sustain my models. The Akasha is truly magnificent. If I siphoned a minuscule amount of its energy, nobody would even notice. And even this minuscule amount of energy was already more than enough for my purposes.
Again, dangerous as heck, mad, crazy commitment. And like to have the Akasha just used right after we just like ended that stuff?
Even using just crude methods, I was still able to train a fairly realistic person. I named my first work Amira.
You named your so this wasn't a loved one?
Huh? You mean the girl we
Like you named her? Or you named...
She and I entered the academia on the same day. Starting with admission procedures, we bumped into each other 6 times on just that first day. And because of that one day, we eventually went on to fall in love. We studied, conducted research, and made breakthroughs together. Our rhythm was always in step. I felt like we were two separate bodies that shared the same heart. However, Elazar later took her from me.
Oh no. Right before we probably, like, you know, we came along and then, like... Oh my god, that's so bad. And we know how that can affect people. How that made us feel about Calais, like, you know?
Yes, I need more training samples to perfect Amira's personality.
Wait, so he's gathering people in here not to, like, help them even, not to make them feel... I thought it was gonna be like he's gonna want them to make them feel the same way he feels. Like, the happiness he feels to be with Amira. This dude is talking about, like, just taking their samples.
I found their details in the Akasha's database. Using the pretext of testing for mental
that
health
sucks,
disorders,
dude.
I implanted signaling devices in their bodies.
You suck. That's so sucky.
This way I could connect them to a network, and Amira could feel their yearning. Little by little, they helped her to grow and develop a warm, human personality.
That's so... That is worse than I thought. I thought it was going to be like, oh, I wanted everyone else to feel the same way I did. And it was going to be like, okay, kind of sympathetic here.
To improve my efficiency and allow myself to focus on nothing but my research, I uploaded my consciousness as well, and became a part of the network.
Really effed.
So, technically speaking, it's not that you won't wake up, it's that you can't wake up.
Yes, because the Akasha was suddenly turned off, I lost all of my jnana energy. I became imprisoned in the very network I had constructed.
Right. So, like, we turned off the Akasha while this guy was in here at this time. This is a lot. This is a whole hell of a lot. To use people's, like yearning to see their family again in this way, though?
At first, I panicked. But, after coming to grips with the situation, I realized that I could restart this world as long as I could find a replacement source of jnana energy.
That means everyone in the network is providing you with jnana energy.
Yep.
That's all there really is to it. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong.
No,
No.
No. This is... I don't like this way of thinking, personally. I don't like it. Giving people a fake reality is not helping them.
I provide a beautiful dream, and in return, I harvest their jnana energy as fuel for the dream.
So they're literally not... They're getting like a band-aid fix over their emotions. That's all they're getting.
They can wake up anytime they wish. People need to sleep anyway, so why not have some beautiful dreams while they rest?
You're trying to convince yourself that you're not doing bad here.
I agree. This is the home we spent a great deal of effort on to build for ourselves.
Yeah, she's right. We're staying here of our own free will.
I don't understand this at all, but I just want to spend some more time with my
I understand
family.
that. I understand.
I don't want them to be sad.
You're making me feel bad now.
Thank you, dear. Great Dendro Archon, I hope you can understand.
What do we do in this?
You don't need to gather around here. It's all right. The Great Dendro Archon is nothing if not kind and considerate towards her people. She won't interfere with what we're doing here.
That's a manipulative way of stating this.
Uh-oh. Now he's
Yes,
playing
it's
dirty.
so manipulative. He's used imaginary people he created to influence the real people. Yes.
It seems like I won't need you to answer my last question. You're willing to tell me all your secrets because you have nothing to fear. If you use real people as your weapon and turn them against their Archon, then there's nothing the Archon can do.
They just want to be with the people they cherish. I don't think there's anything wrong with me providing them with that opportunity.
Stop acting like you're not being selfish yourself.
They don't wish to eternally part with their spouses and friends. What's so wrong about
Dude, your eyes are twitching because you're so frustrated by this, and I totally get it. Everyone can relate to this. Everybody. Like, who knows what people would say if you gave them the question tomorrow, do you want to see this person again? Of course they would probably go and take it. Does that mean it's healthy? No.
If you understood humans a little
Look at
better,
his sad
or
face.
had also experienced firsthand the absolute devastation of loss, then perhaps you wouldn't be so cold. towards us.
Nahida's not being cold. She's not being cold. Yeah, she's not cold at all. You do not know the first thing about her.
If you had used your talents and determination for a just cause, you could have become a sage of
I
a new
agree.
generation.
Look what he was able to do with this.
Unfortunately, you've committed one of the 6 cardinal sins of the Academia by attempting the forbidden and fearing none. You equated people's feelings with cold jnana energy and deprived them of the pain that they have to face.
And this is always like, because I think it's a different way of looking at it each time. And I'm sorry for like going on a tangent here. I think there's like, pain is a part of life. Feeling sad is a part of life. It is. We know this is a part of life. Now, that doesn't mean that like everyone wants you to feel sadness, right? Or should want you to feel sadness. Because I think always people different, like because people always like try to like use that in like different situations, right? Like if you're suffering in life, if someone's being mean to you, if someone's being horrible to you, they'd be like, that's a part of life. It's like, no, people shouldn't be mean. Just straight up, they don't have to be mean. They decided to be mean that day, right? Now, obviously some people have issues and some people like it leads to that type of stuff. But you know what I mean? No one should have that type of suffering. But I more mean in the sense of like, you know, getting like, you know, losing, you know, breaking up with someone is a part of life. Losing a loved one is a part of life. It's a sad part of life, but it's one of those inevitable parts of life. You know, if that makes sense.
You lured them into these dreams, and even now remain completely unaware of how evil.
I agree. I agree, Nahida. I agree.
Pain? Luring? Those kinds of things haven't existed here from the moment this world was created.
She's right here. This is Ilman's child, Haidar.
Huh? My daughter?
Oh, this is gonna wreck me. This is gonna wreck me.
This dream relies on the set network, which means that only those with devices planted in their bodies can enter this world. Carefully think back and retrace your steps.
I secretly went back to the mountainside with Haidar. Minar was already there waiting for me, and Haidar was able to see her mother. You mean she isn't actually the real Haidar?
So your daughter isn't even here, dude. You're leaving your daughter outside of this.
No, because unlike you, she can't
Wait, so she's
enter
there
this dream.
to tell me she's not on that mountaintop.
The moment you came into this dream, it created a Haidar to realize your wish of reuniting.
I hope you
with
just
your
never
family.
brought her in the first place.
So, tell me, where's the real Haidar?
Oh, please.
She's still out there on the
Oh,
mountainside.
dear Lord. We need to leave now.
That's right. And she must have been terrified to see her father
And she can only
not in
see
his
it.
right mind.
All she can see is her dad, like, talking right now. My dude, you cannot see this as right.
Not to mention the monsters in that area. The situation is very dangerous.
If Haidar's still out there, then
What are you talking about, Dad? I don't understand.
I must wake up
You
right
have
now.
to.
I can't leave her there alone.
Oh.
And that's a symbol of, like, leaving your life behind. There's people that love you in your normal life. There's people that want to talk to you in your normal life. The people that want you to live on. Holy hell, that poor child. What's she seeing right now?
It seems the others have also remembered something.
Yes, everyone has something. Everyone has something.
People try to avoid pain and stay in their perceived bubbles of safety out of an instinct to protect themselves. This is human nature, but it is also one of their weaknesses. However, why are there still so many people striving to move forward, even when they know the path ahead is dangerous and painful? It's because people don't only live for themselves. They have families, loved ones, friends, and communities. They have dreams that they are still trying to achieve.
Exactly. I'm sorry that I'm still thinking about this poor child. Like, how that's gonna scar her for life. Seeing your dad just talking to your mother, and he's talking to her too, but not in the context that she wants us. He's talking to his daughter, and she's like, what? In real life, she's like, what are you saying? You know?
But in this dream, you showed them only the most comfortable and soothing things. This entire world has been built on the foundation of buried and unseen pain.
For yourself as well.
It's
Not
all
Nahida,
just a
him.
well-devised scam.
Yes, yes.
It seems like I've stayed in the dream for too long.
And I can totally get how easy it would be to get grabbed in by this. Holy hell, are you kidding me?
I still have so many things I haven't done.
I thought gods didn't understand humans. That would have explained why they created such a flawed world where countless tragedies took place. I didn't expect you to arrive at the answer through sheer power of observation. But unfortunately, it means nothing now. If you wanted to spend a little time in the waking world, go right ahead. In any case, I wanted to spend some time alone with Amira. As long as this dream continues to exist, you'll come back.
Yeah, you're sick.
Humans aren't as
Not
strong
in a good
as
way.
you think. And even if you're a god, they won't always listen to you. It's time to purge all the extraneous data and noise.
You fighting? Did you just summon some? Oh my god! Yeah, no, I can't. That poor little
Please get out of
girl.
here and find somewhere safe.
Because that was one of the things I was like,
I can create endless waves of monsters with the snap of a finger.
yeah, we can see.
Don't worry, they'll wake up before they get hurt. Amira doesn't like to see others in pain. If you know what's good for you, leave now!
Cole, mine to command. Keeps its course. The Temple of Wisdom.
Honestly, with Nahida here as well, this is just an overpowered, destructive team. It's insane.
You haven't won just
This
yet.
guy is straight up evil.
This dream is mine! If I go into hiding here, not even an Archon can ever find me. And as long as people yearn for happiness, they will return here and rebuild this paradise!
Oh my god. And he's playing on people's emotions. You know.
What's that? This dream is spiraling out of control and is collapsing now.
What? Is this the... They're seeing their freaking loved ones turn into this thing. Yeah, what have you done? What have you done to Amira?
Amira! Amira!
Oh my god!
Amira, are you alright?
I don't feel well.
Dude, I would wish that on my worst enemy, seeing like someone you loved right in front of you turn into a monster. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Look what you did! Bro, did you just get cut down? Dude, here's the thing.
Get away from there. Don't ruin my flowers. What should I do?
No!
Where did it go?
That is rough.
Because he doesn't want you anymore. Let's light it up. Unsightly insects.
Oh my god! I'm like right in, like again with like in this thing, this poor little girl turned into one too. Oh, and hearing their voices now as well in this fashion. I know it's like some of this stuff ain't gonna help.
Know your place.
Am I? I'm not Amira.
Oh, even their visions realize it in the end.
That's over.
I'm not Amira.
What happened just now?
He's not very proficient in using the Akasha's technology, and he spent a lot of Jnana energy creating monsters. Now the system is out of control.
I know they're not real people, right? I know they're not real people. But to hear like a vision of someone realize that they are a vision, that they're not an actual real person, man, it does stuff to you. It really does. Like, it feels so weird.
Also turned into monsters, including Amira. It's terrible, even for
I agree.
a
That's what I'm
dream.
trying to say. It's terrible even for a dream.
Even Paimon's freaked out. Paimon can't imagine what they're going through.
Yeah, it's like a horrible nightmare.
The good news is that the chaos seems to have subsided. Now we only need to wake up the people here and let them return to their real lives.
Amira. My dear Amira. They're all gone. It was just a big
It always
dream
was.
after
It always was from the start.
I couldn't change my fate, and my knowledge turned out to be useless. What a cruel world.
Do you still think this is our fault?
I don't care about that.
Yeah, he's not thinking
anymore.
about the faults. I don't think anybody is.
The jnana energy used to sustain this dream has all been transformed into monsters.
Oh, he's
This dream
gone.
will soon collapse and my consciousness along with it. Let me disappear with Amira. I'd rather turn into dust than to ever wake up again.
It seems that everything that's happened is too much for him. He's lost all hope.
I want to say he's only getting what he deserves, but I can't help but also feel sorry for him. Here's the thing. Like, I don't think it's... I never want to be that person that's like, you deserve this, you deserve that, because I feel like this is this judgment thing that comes down. Like, I just don't like doing it all the time. This is a very much a situation of making your bed and sleeping in it, for sure. Like, it's one of those situations where you can understand the motive, but what happened was so cruel. It's so cruel and especially, like, I just think about that little girl on the mountainside, man. I just think of that little girl.
I think seeing Amira turn into a monster was punishment enough for him.
I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Holy hell.
After comprehending the hollowness of the unreal, it's time to revisit the meaning of existence.
Existence? I'm different from the others. I've long given up everything outside of my consciousness.
Using my knowledge of the Akasha, I have a way to extract your consciousness from here and put it inside a knowledge capsule. The Academia has probably kept your body, so you should be able to wake up soon.
No need. Just let me disappear.
Oh, he's done.
Reality means nothing to me now.
This isn't compassion. I won't let you escape your punishment by simply disappearing.
This is an Archon right here. That is an Archon. The same thing we saw with Zhongli doing punishment. The same thing we saw with Venti, what he did with Vanessa. The punishments that they rain down on people. It is a part of being an Archon. And it's not the nice part of being an Archon. It is part of being an Archon.
As for your life after that, it will be up to you how you want to exist. Alright, Traveler and Paimon.
I love that answer that Nahida gave.
We can finally wrap up this whole thing.
This whole story was like, it was very like meaningful, but it was also like, what do you see? What you see?
What's wrong, Nahida?
Oh, nothing. Let's tell the people here to gather at a moment of dreams after they wake up.
Was that a message from Rukkhadevata?
Oh, great.
This
You're
whole quest
awake.
was like a real, like a showcase of Nahida becoming the Archon she was supposed to be.
Everybody has started to wake up, and we've heard similar reports from around the city as well. From the looks of it, you were able to successfully resolve the issue.
Yes, though it took us a good deal of effort. There will be many people gathering here shortly, so please do your best to maintain order. I need to go to the Academia with them now, but we'll be back soon.
Holy hell.
Ask about that scholar? Yes, but it may take some time for him to wake up after his
Yep.
consciousness returns to his body. We can leave the rest to the Matra.
The Sino?
Following me.
Sino will end some existences here.
Oh, it's the great Dendro Archon.
Never get tired of it.
How can I help you?
I would like to check the registration records of a Kasharawar scholar. He should be in an unconscious state right now.
Okay, just a moment. Sorry to keep you waiting, Dendro Archon. We have confirmed that there's a scholar named Beinuni who's been unconscious for a while.
The cause was improper operation of the Akasha.
How cool is it that Nahida's gone up to the frickin' academia and they're respecting her?
He hasn't regained consciousness yet, and is still receiving treatment at Bimarstan.
Huh? Isn't his name Moses?
I guess he didn't want to be recognized or bothered by anyone. Please, give the knowledge stored in this to the Matra and ask them to import it into Benuni's brain.
Understood. But for safety reasons, I need
You
to
don't need to know
warn-
nothing. This is coming from the Archon, okay? Just keep your mouth shut and don't pretend you saw nothing. That's how I fight for Nahida, guys. You didn't see nothing.
It's simple. This contains his consciousness. It's long been trapped inside of a dream. He's committed an act that affected the safety of Sumeru. After he wakes up, I'll inform the General Mahamatra of all the details.
That's crazy, by the way. Waking up from this long dream. Stick him up. Insane.
I see. I'll take care of this right away. Thank you, Great Dendro Archon.
And she's right. She's right. You can't just let people off of punishments just because you feel slightly sorry for them. You can't.
No problem. Alright. Everyone should have gathered at a moment of dreams by now. Let's head back.
Someone I know for a fact now that I've said, oh, you can't just let someone off because it's like this is a completely different situation from other things that we've done personally. There's a difference between our personal friendships that we have. I know someone might bring up Child and what happened at at Leeway. There's a difference between our personal relationship with Child versus what a official Archon or police station wants to do. That's not our part, if you get what I'm saying. I think that makes sense. There's a complete difference between how we treat someone and how we want to treat someone versus how, you know, Nahida will treat someone or Archon will treat someone.
Let's be quiet and just listen.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I wonder what she's
Well, they got the
going to
child
say.
back. Is she okay?
Hello, all of you who have just woken up. I'm sorry for interrupting your beautiful dreams. I may have acted a little cold when handling things in the dream. I sincerely apologize
Part of being an Archon.
for that.
It's part of it.
Dreams have amazing power. They inspire us to remain resolute in the face of adversity and help those with aspirations achieve their desires. But dreams also have the potential to exploit people, confuse the senses, and distort the truth. Unfortunately, you were all chosen as prey for an elaborate scheme.
She has to be honest.
As I've said before, I am still learning and cannot fully empathize with the pain of all the loss you've experienced. But just take a good look around you, and you'll see many other people who have had similar experiences. You should be proud that you've been able to gather here and look toward the future together.
That's such a sweet line.
The path of life is long, and it's hard for us to see the destination. This leads us to ask a lot of difficult questions.
Really good.
What's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of my existence? Why do I keep experiencing pain and loss? Of course, the most comfortable choice is to stop progressing. Give up thinking, and just keep repeating whatever you're already familiar with.
Feel like that can relate
Whenever you have such thoughts,
to a lot of aspects of our
just look
journey.
at the people and things around you. Some people work hard all day so that their families can have a hot meal on the
True.
table at night.
Is this girl okay?
Some people travel all over the world in order to create art that resonates with all of Teyvat. Some venture in search of the world's secrets to prevent rapidly approaching, yet still unknown, world-shattering catastrophes.
I really feel like we can relate this to our journey too.
Life is
I
not
really
just
do.
about yourself. Each
About
and
our
every
actions and
one
how
of
we
your
shape the
actions
world as
shapes
well.
You and the world around you. Look, friends and family will remember what you've done, and even some people you've never met may benefit from your actions. Therefore, many people will strive forward to forge new paths, even if they have to endure
This
great
is
pain to do so.
beautiful. The idea that all of your actions, even small ones, can affect people like way down the line.
Once you begin your journey on that same difficult yet rewarding path, You'll come to know the answers to those big existential questions, yet they will no longer feel as life-defining as they did before. But if you were to believe that life is nothing but an empty, ephemeral dream, then that's also the only thing it'll ever become. You're free to choose how you want to live your lives.
She's incredible.
As your Archon, I should first make this information known to everyone. In the end, it's up to you whether you want to embrace a beautiful dream at the cost of
What
your
she's
real
done
life.
here is tell people about the horror, that she acknowledges the hard parts of life, but also talks about how moving forward is the best thing they can do, but it's up to them. Really great speech.
Nahida said she wanted to speak with us alone. It seems like she went to the plaza in front of the academia.
What's happening? You okay?
Thank you for rescuing me. I'm really sorry. Luckily, Haidar wasn't injured because of my stupid mistake.
Good.
Dad said you're amazing. You're a real hero.
Okay, as long as you're okay.
Hank.
Sorry for interrupting you there, but as long as you're okay. Holy hell. Man, like that, like straight away I was like, that little kid just sitting there going like, I guess we can just warp up here. Dad, what are you saying? And here's the thing, I'm not going to beat him up anymore because he's going to be thinking about that for the rest of his life. He has to come to terms with that.
You're amazing, Nahida! Even Paimon was nearly won over by that scholar in that dream.
Well, he's very good at manipulating the weaknesses of human nature, but perhaps he himself had fallen prisoner to them long ago. That dream was incredibly beautiful and enticing. Ordinary people couldn't see through it and easily lost themselves within it. But as long as you can still wake up, you can still move forward with your life.
Yeah, you've also learned a lot, Nahida. You're coming into your own so well.
Huh? What makes you say that?
You can really empathize with others. I always felt like she was very, very kind, though.
Right! You said that you didn't understand human
True.
feelings, but we saw how considerate
Yeah.
you were with all these
She had the
people.
capability all along.
Your speech just now really connected with everyone.
I guess when they talk about empathy, what they mean is like, yes, she cares about people, but she doesn't understand why a human would feel this way sometimes.
Thank you. I've heard a lot of sad stories along this journey, and several of them have touched my heart. You can't say that the victims of the dream really did anything wrong, and what they wanted was also not unreasonable.
100%. We said this from the start. For sure, I agree.
That's why I could understand them when they tried to resist us and protect the dream. But all of my understanding and stirred feelings probably can't even account for even 1% of the pain they've experienced. I don't think this 1% can be seen as an example of what you call empathy.
You're too hard
Yep,
on yourself,
I agree.
that's for sure.
Nobody's capable of understanding someone 100%. I totally agree. But also, you should be a little more confident in yourself. You're a fantastic Archon. You've proven that today.
I suppose going out into the world will help my confidence grow. I've learned that emotions are nothing like knowledge, and that's why it's hard for me to put them into words sometimes. Beinuni, or Mercedes, said that I had never personally felt the pain of loss. But I have a vague
Yes.
feeling that this isn't true.
She still feels that. The Rukadavara.
The moment I entered the dream, I felt like I was wrapped in a blanket of warm feelings. It was so warm that it felt like I had returned to the start of my life, and I didn't want to wake up anymore.
She saw something just like we did. Yeah, she did.
But when I opened my eyes, the feeling was gone without a trace. If I have to make an analogy for it, I would say I can no longer see words on a piece of paper after they have been erased, but I can still see the slight indentations of where the words had been written. But now that I've experienced this dream, I think I can say with confidence that I won't dwell too much on the meaning of that warmth.
Okay.
It's enough that I can tell I was once supported by
You're
that
so
warmth,
good.
and its existence has allowed me to get to where I am
Look at you.
today. If I dwell too much on its exact nature, I would be putting the cart before the horse.
I suppose, but like to have that maturity.
I gave a speech to inspire my people. So if I were to fail to live up to those words myself, then that would be too embarrassing.
I get that. Great Lord Rukadava has already shaped Nahida through her actions. Even if she's been forgotten, Nahida's mind and willpower are proof that she once existed. Instead of telling the truth, I should respect her decisions. Yeah, I agree.
Hey, what's with that serious look?
We're just thinking.
You keep looking like there's something you want to say. Is there anything you want to tell me?
I forgot what I wanted to say. It's probably the best answer.
Okay, since we just woke up, let's stretch a little bit. A new day is about to begin.
Oh my god, she's so coming into her own as an Archon. Gorgeous. So pretty. That was awesome. That was really awesome. That was then showing Nahida coming into her own as an Archon. I think what we saw there to really show that she has really come into her own as an Archon, she is coming into her own as an Archon, is not only just the speech she did or the care that she gave for people or the determination she had. It's the punishments as well. It's the idea of living by her own example. It's the idea of like living up to like the ideas of Rukadavada, even though Rukadavada is gone. We can see that in Nahida, the values that Nahida has. They're still within her. I think she's gonna be a fantastic Archon. And that whole story was like very, very weird. It was heartbreaking. At times it was very frustrating. At times it made me angry. In times it made me worried. I really feel that was a good story quest. A really good story quest. I had a really, really interesting time. I wouldn't say good time because my heart was in knots a lot of times in that. It was very beautiful. And the concept of it was really cool too. But I don't want to say I had a great time because that sounds like I had like a ball. I think it's more a case of I felt a lot during that. I guess is probably the best way to put it. Thank you guys so much for supporting this series as always. Thank you guys for supporting the channel as always. I had a beautiful time today. Thank you. I was just waiting for him to move there. Let's get up here. Ah, no, we can get up here. Come on, you can get up here. There we go. I had a beautiful time, and I appreciate all of you. And I thank you to the Never Gonna Pay the Big Gangsta tier on Patreon. Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Jonathan Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, S-Kun, Yuled, Radish, Anusta, Shabbatterbread, Malcolm Day, Death Trap, and Lynx Markey. And you know what? Let us do the thing.
Behold!
We almost stuck the landing. We almost did. See you guys later. Bye-bye. That's the safest jump that Betty's ever done.